Dating back to the beginning of the 2022-2023 NBA season, the Sacramento Kings have become one of the most entertaining teams to watch in all of the NBA. They have a superstar caliber player in De'Aaron Fox who is lightning fast, and he can take over any game in any clutch situation. They have a great big man in Domantas Sabonis, who's a triple-double threat each and every night. They have an electrifying six-man coming off the bench in Malik Monk, who can make a highlight play, light you up from the three-point line, and give you quality minutes off the bench. And also, they drafted a really good player with the 4th overall pick in the 2022 NBA draft, and that guy is Keegan Murray. Now, Keegan Murray has been spectacular for the Sacramento Kings since he has joined this team. I think he has impacted winning. He definitely played a huge role into Sacramento getting into the postseason last year. His ability to knock down the three-point shot, stretch the floor, and give Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox additional space, and then also on the defensive side of the ball, being able to guard multiple positions has worked wonders for the Sacramento Kings. Now, earlier this week, there were a few reports that I saw that there were some other teams interested in the young star Keegan Murray. One of those teams were the Toronto Raptors, and I read that they were willing to offer OG Anunoby or Pascal Siakam in order to get Keegan Murray. And this weekend, the Sacramento Kings made it abundantly clear that they want Keegan Murray to be a Sacramento King for as long as possible, and I agree 100%. We look at some of the best players on the Sacramento Kings, well, just this team in general, they're a fairly young team, and I don't think their championship window is nowhere near closing. As a matter of fact, I think it's just opening with De'Aaron Fox being so young. Sabonis is still fairly young. Malik Monk is still a young basketball player in this league. So I think they have time to allow Keegan Murray to continue to develop and grow into an even better basketball player. But nonetheless, that factor right there, the Sacramento Kings reassuring the young star, and then also De'Aaron Fox not playing Saturday night against the Utah Jazz. Whenever De'Aaron Fox is not playing, that means more shots is going to go up for everyone, and Keegan Murray definitely took advantage of that, as he had one of the best nights of his very young, not one of the best, but the best night of his very young NBA career against the Utah Jazz. December 16, 2023, Keegan Murray goes for 47 points. He goes 16 of 23 from the field, knocks down 12 three-pointers, and super efficient from the three-point line, 12 of 15 from the three-point line, and he made NBA history. And not only did he make NBA history, but he also put his name in some very elite company. Where the NBA history comes in, he became the first and the only player in NBA history to knock down 11 straight three-pointers. Last night against the Utah Jazz, he hit 11 threes in a row. I can only imagine how crazy that felt being in attendance, and then also being the team defending a guy knocking down 11 straight threes. That's very crazy. And then he put himself in some very elite company, joining guys like Stephen Curry, Kobe Bryant, Klay Thompson, Zach LaVine, as some of the only guys in NBA history to knock down at least 12 three-pointers. So this was a very huge night for Keegan Murray, and I just think he looked very comfortable and he looked very confident out on the basketball court. Alright guys, please excuse the poor lighting for today's video. I usually record right in front of the window and use the natural lighting, but it is very dark outside right now. Nowadays in Michigan, it gets dark at like 4 p.m., but I put the purple lights on for you guys, hoping that make things just a little bit better. But nonetheless, the performance that we saw from Keegan Murray last night and the way that he had his career night was exactly why the Sacramento Kings decided to use that 4th overall pick on him. They need guys around De'Aaron Fox and Domas that can excel in their roles without having to dominate the basketball. And that's the one thing I love so much about Keegan Murray, or the two things that I love about Keegan Murray, is his elite ability to knock down the three-point shot, stretch the floor, and also his elite decision making. I've really admired Keegan Murray's decision making. Go back to last season, watching him this year, and watching his 47-point performance last night. even when he had the hot hand, when he had the green light, he was not holding on or dominating the ball too much. It was every shot he took and every move he made was very quick and very efficient. We saw him getting his 3-pointers off the catch. We saw him knock down a few off the dribble. We saw him relocating to open spots very well. We saw him running the floor in transition, knocking down 3-pointers. We just saw him make extremely efficient decisions and extremely efficient moves. And so I think that's the one thing I love about Keegan Murray that I think makes him fit like a glove offensively with the Sacramento Kings. And just an example of what I'm talking about from last night's game, this was around the third quarter when the rim was looking like an ocean for Keegan Murray. Everybody knew he was going to shoot the ball. He had it at the top of the key, and the person guarding him was playing very solid defense, so he gave the ball up and he cut to the rim for an easy give and go, and he got a very easy look at the rim. So that right there just makes me love watching Keegan Murray, and it shows me how great his basketball IQ is and that he understands the strengths of his basketball game. And then he has that same versatility on the defensive side of the ball. If you need him to guard a point guard one possession, he'll do it. And if you need him to guard a small forward or a power forward the next possession, he'll be able to do it. So the versatility of Keegan Murray, I think, is the thing that's going to take the Sacramento Kings over the next level. We saw last year them getting into the playoffs, and I think now we can say for at least the next 3 to 4 years, the Sacramento Kings, barring any crazy injuries, are going to be a perennial playoff team. So I'm loving what I'm seeing from Keegan Murray, and this couldn't have come at a more perfect time. The Sacramento Kings are starting to heat up a little bit. They've won 7 out of their last 10 ball games, and they are currently 5th in a very loaded Western Conference. So it's good to see them start to play a little bit more better, and I shouldn't even say that. They've been dealing with the injury bug a little bit this season, so hopefully that health can get more consistent, and we'll definitely see this team win some more games. And I just love I love the atmosphere, man. If I ever have enough money, I would use that money, fly to Sacramento, stay over a weekend, and go to a playoff game, because I know that atmosphere, man. I was watching the playoffs on the TV last year. Anytime, it was so crazy. Domantas Sabonis, this was like the first game against the Warriors. Domantas Sabonis would grab a rebound, and the crowd is going crazy. So I was just getting chills from watching it at home on the couch. So I can only imagine how it is in the crowd. But nonetheless, another thing that I think is important, I think last night can make Keegan Murray an even better basketball player. A huge part of basketball is also your mentality and your confidence. And having a night like that in front of the home crowd, 47 points, making NBA history, knocking down 12 3-pointers, that can make you definitely wake up the next morning feeling like, a bad effort. So I'm pretty sure that's how Keegan Murray is feeling right now. But that's what I want to talk about with you guys today. Talk about how the Sacramento Kings made an elite choice drafting Keegan Murray, and he just had the best night of his NBA career, and he definitely deserves some credit for that. But that's it for today's video, or I should say tonight's video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment down below how you feel about Keegan Murray and the Sacramento Kings, and then subscribe for more weekly content. We do this all the time, man, and that's curtains.